Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to the Masterpiece Lounge. I am super excited to be back with another segment. So, as you join, say hello down in the chat. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again. I am your hostess, Chrisnatha Derosier. I am a certified life coach, author, speaker, and I'm super excited to be back with another segment here in the Masterpiece Lounge. We have amazing and insightful conversations to really help propel your personal and professional life, and today is no different. So I'm super excited to be on with you all today. And as you join, say hello down in the chat. And as always, let me know where you're tuning in from. Now, as you guys have already seen by the title, today we're going to be talking about learning to be present. Learning to be present. So, that is what we're going to be discussing today in the Masterpiece Lounge. And I thought this would be a great topic because many times we can struggle with being present, being in the moment. And so it's something that I thought was super important because it is something that I've dealt with. And I know I'm not alone. So many of you may be able to relate as well, because it has been hard for me in the past to live in the present. I've always been so future focused that it was challenging for me to really embrace where I was in the moment. So while being excited about what's to come, but also being able to embrace what's in front of me. And so I thought that was super important. And so that is why we are talking and discussing this today. All right. So I'm going to jump right in. What does it mean to be present? So let's start there. Being present refers to a state of mind. And it's a state of mind where you are aware of what's right in front of you. You're not dwelling on the past, and you're also not worrying about the future. This is a space that I really struggled with for such a long time. Always thinking about what happened and worried about what could or could not happen in the future. So being present means slowing down, bringing awareness to the moment that's currently happening instead of engaging in the unrelated thoughts that may appear. I don't know about you, but for a long time, I've lived in this space of what ifs. I lived in a space of what ifs for quite some time, worried about what ifs, things that may never ever happen, but they might happen, right? And so I spent a lot of time in worry, if I'm honest, about things, just random things, and there's nothing wrong with being proactive, but there is something wrong with always being in a state of fear, in a state of worry, in a state of panic about things that have not even occurred. And so I have lived in that space before, and thank goodness I'm not there anymore. But I did think it was so important for us to discuss because a lot of us can go through that. All right. So let's jump right in. Yes, this is something that's not a perfect formula. We know that we do have to think about, the future. We know that the past does come up. However, we can always strive to be better and to live in the moment more. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. All right. And so I'm going to share just 12 ways to be more present in the moment. Like I said, this is not a perfect formula, but I believe that some of this will help you to be more aware of when maybe thoughts enter your mind, thoughts of what has happened and what could possibly happen in the future for you to be able to filter through those thoughts and just to be aware that it's actually happening. Number one is to meditate. So it's well known that meditation helps you slow down, right? To notice the things that are right in front of you. Okay, so it can help you change your thinking patterns. It can change the psychology of your brain, right? By producing just more matter in different areas. So won't get into the science of it, but meditation can be very helpful. Number two is to engage all your senses. So one of the things you can do is to by engaging your senses is to really think about some things, as far as What are you seeing right now? What are you hearing? What are you smelling in your immediate view? What's in your environment, right? So now that helps with the awareness of where you currently and physically are. Is there anything in your hands that you can feel the texture of it, right? How does your clothing feel on your body? How does your body feel in the chair that you're sitting in? Are you comfortable, right? What are you eating? What does it taste like? Is it sweet, right? Is it salty? What's the temperature of the food or the beverage that I'm taking in? What's the temperature of the room that I'm currently in? So you're just being more aware. You're practicing awareness. So these are just some things to think about to help guide you in being more um, mindful and engaging your senses more. Number three, starting a hobby is also a great tip. Why is a hobby important? Because a hobby can help you tap into the present and work with your flow state. So there's many things that you can do as a hobby. You get to decide. I won't tell you what to do, but yeah, definitely start a hobby. Number four, make eye contact. When you are speaking to someone, are you making eye contact? And one of the reasons why it's important, because eye contact does show that you are connecting with the speaker, connecting with who's speaking to you, that you're being engaged, right? I know for me, there was a time where eye contact was very uncomfortable, but that was just because there was a cultural difference there where culturally I was being taught that eye contact was a negative thing. And then in school being raised to learn that eye contact is a good and positive thing. So I had some confusion, I remember, when learning about eye contact. But it's just something to think about, right? When someone's speaking to you, one of the ways that they feel that you're listening, paying attention, and that you're present is that you're giving them eye contact. Yes, especially in the business sector for sure. You want to make sure that you are engaged. Otherwise, the person speaking to you can feel like this isn't important. You rather be somewhere else, right? This just is not something that this conversation is not something that you're interested in or want to be engaged in. So definite, definitely be mindful of that as well. Number five is to focus on one thing at a time. Now, I know that this is not always possible. There are moments where we have to multitask, and we brought this up in a previous segment. So I get that this is not a perfect situation or tip, but as much as you can, focus on one thing at a time. Um, I know we've been sold the myth that multitasking is this amazing thing, that we should all do it all of the time. But this concept can be it can be contradicting to us being effective, right? So we want to make sure that we're focusing on one thing at a time. If you have to do multiple things, then you have to do what you have to do. But our brains are not wired like computers, right? And so I don't want you to make a habit of multitasking all of the time. There are moments where we have to multitask. I completely get that. All right. But if we're thinking about being productive and present, try your hardest to focus on one thing at a time. It's not perfect, but it is something to consider. Number six is if this is an area where you struggle, I would encourage you to pause social media usage just for a little while. Um, Sometimes I'm out, and I've been guilty of this myself, where I'm just scrolling on my phone, right? And because of that, I'm not aware. I'm not present in what's happening around me, the people, what's happening. If I'm with someone, then probably not. If I'm alone, I'm just online. I'm just doing all kind of things, but I'm not present to what's in front of me. And so I've been practicing when I go somewhere, especially when I go alone, to put my phone away, right? This is something that I'm learning for myself and practicing, is to put my phone away and to engage in my surroundings, right? To connect with new people, to say hello, to introduce myself, to ask questions, to explore, to see what's happening around me. And so that's something that I'm mindful of because I'm now aware of that. That's something that I definitely strive to practice. And so once again, getting into awareness, we want to make sure that we're thinking about that as well. So I know putting my social media on pause and taking a break from it when I'm out is something that I am aware of and constantly working on so that I can be present. Number seven is breathing exercises. If any of you remember in a previous segment, we talked about the benefits of breathing exercises. I know for me, it definitely calms me. So when I'm worried or there's a moment of anxiety, deep and slow breaths definitely help me to calm down, to get centered again, and to understand that what I'm worried about has not happened. What I am stressing about has not happened. And then I can think clearly and actually come up with a solution for the potential issue instead of panicking about it, right? So, breathing exercises is another tip. Number eight is intentionally scheduling time to be present. Um, Scheduling time for everyone who, everything is by your calendar, put it in there, right? Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace, right? So that's a quote by Randy Armstrong. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles. Worrying takes away today's peace. We want you to have peace, okay? So if you're a busy person, scheduling time for yourself to be in the moment may be a helpful practice for you. It may sound silly, but whatever it takes, add you back to your schedule, okay? So definitely give that a try. Add you to your schedule. You can start as little as a minute, right? And as much as you need. You know how much you need just to be in the moment because sometimes the day just literally just escapes us. So definitely schedule some time to be present with yourself. Number nine is to feel emotions. Feel your emotions. It's okay to feel your emotions. Sometimes we want to dwell on the good times of the past or rush to the next moment because we're feeling uncomfortable feeling sometimes in the present, but allow yourself to feel all your emotions, feel them deeply, acknowledge what's happening, right? And why is that important? It can strengthen your ability to be in the moment, no matter what the circumstances are. All right. So we don't have to push the fast forward button when we feel uncomfortable. That's still you being in the present. You are a human, not a robot. So you can feel your emotions. It's completely okay. You have permission to do that. Number 10 is to go out in nature. That's another way to be present in the moment. Nature is one of the greatest healers of our modern world. And so it provides an invitation to slow down and be present. I know me personally, I love the ocean. I love to hear the sound of the waves. It definitely helps me to slow down my thinking and just to relax. So that's for me the waves of the ocean, or maybe for you it's the sway of the trees, right? So whatever it is for you in nature to feel more present, I encourage you to practice it. Number 11, create a ritual if you'd like to. This is if you want to, right? um, I like scents, right? I love scents. I love like scented candles and all of the things that smell good. And so sometimes to help be present and relax after a long day or a long week, I will light a scented candle. So that's just something that I like to do. It helps to calm me as well. And so for some of you, it might be a cup of tea, right? For others, it is music, right? So whatever that is, I definitely encourage you to create a routine, a ritual, a routine, whatever you'd like to call it for yourself. And lastly, number 12, find support. If being present is really, really hard for you, or you need to explore why you feel the way that you feel, if you're really trying to work through some emotions and feelings and thoughts, and you're really struggling, I want to encourage you to find support. And that may look like a support group, that may look like a therapist, whatever it looks like. I encourage you to find support because this journey is not meant to be walked alone, right? And so we all need support. We all need community. So do not think that you have to go through this journey by yourself. But I do want you to practice and learn to be more present. There's always going to be more work to be done. There's always going to be something happening. But make sure that you just take a moment, slow down, and smell the roses, like some people say. But take some time to really be present. We already know what happened in the past. We don't know what the future holds, but today is a gift. So let's enjoy it as much as we can. Let's find moments of peace. Let's find moments of calm. Let's find moments of joy in the midst of our days so that it can be worthwhile, right? Well, I'm encouraging you, Nafi, I hope I'm saying that right, to definitely find some pockets of joy. Pockets of joy. Yes, absolutely. We need it. We live in a crazy world, and so finding moments where we can just take a deep breath, find the joy in a sunny day outside, finding the joy in nature, finding the joy in other people, finding the joy in a new hobby, finding a joy in just the moments, the quiet moments is so important. And so awesome. And so I encourage you to do that. Take some time for you. We all are working hard. We're chasing our dreams. We're accomplishing our goals. But remember, you are a priority. Okay. Because if you're not okay, you can't accomplish all of those other things. And so you are a priority. And I want you to remember that. So that is our segment for today, guys. And I hope that you were able to really take away some things that you can start applying today to be more present in your life. All right. Thank you guys for just hanging out with me today. It's always a pleasure. I will be back here, same time, same place next week. And please come back. Don't be a stranger and invite someone to come back with you. I'm your hostess, certified life coach, author, and speaker. And I will see you soon. And until then, be well. Oh, listen, Nafi likes nature walks. I love it. So awesome. Thanks for joining me today. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye, guys. Take care and be blessed.